Good Wednesday morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. Thanks for joining us on this stream. We're going to go to about 10:15. Take a slow look at what's going on weather-wise across the area. Gives you a better chance to kind of see what's going on, and instead of the quick weathercast we typically do in a newscast that lasts 2.5, 3 minutes. Well, this is going to be about 15 minutes, so it gives you a good look at what's going on with the weather across not only southeast Texas, but we'll look at the tropics. We'll also look at the national weather and see what's going on if there's any active weather across the rest of the country for a few seconds here and there. We have a number that you can text 409-749-9302. You can text that number, and even if we're not streaming, you can text it, and we typically kind of periodically look at the phone and we can text you back information that you need. Say you have an outdoor plans for this weekend, you're going to be doing something and you need to know maybe a specific time of what you're looking at for the weekend. Say I have a outdoor birthday party at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Well, you can text us and say, hey, I have this plan for Saturday. What do you think the weather's going to be doing? And we'll give you a good idea of what you can expect as we go towards Saturday, Sunday, or whatever. 749-9302, 409-749-9302. Don't call, but you can text. And like I said, we'll try to get back to you and let you know what we expect weather-wise at a certain time over the next 7 days. All right, let's take a look at what we're expecting for just the rest of today. And about a 30% chance of a few showers, 20-30% as we get into this afternoon. Going to be kind of like yesterday. They're going to be very isolated showers. They won't be a whole lot there, but there could be a couple. We've already seen a couple kind of pop up this morning, kind of drifting in from the Gulf of Mexico. 90 for a high today. We'll be right around 90. As we head towards 6 o'clock, we'll be in the middle 80s, and then by 10 o'clock this evening we'll be near 80 degrees, expecting lows tonight back down into the 70s. And then the next looks like 3 or 4 days, maybe 4 or 5 days, we're going to look at the same type of weather. 20-30% chance of some rain during the day, highs around 90. Not much of a chance of rain. Now next week's will be a little bit different, and we'll show you that towards the end of this stream. We'll show you the 7-day forecast and show you those rain coverages for maybe Monday and Tuesday of next week. Allergy report is up a little bit today. Still tree is none. This is not the time of the year for really the tree pollen. Weed and grass are up to medium levels, and mold is holding at medium. But these are definitely up a little bit from what we saw yesterday. So you might be sneezing or sniffing a little bit more today. Let's take a look at some sky cams across to southeast Texas. We'll start off with the Packer LaPrade camera. Just as downtown, we have it swung around towards the port of Beaumont. As we look at our Roofing 911 live sky cam network, partly cloudy skies there over Beaumont, currently showing temperatures already in the upper 80s at 87. And talk about humidity, that humidity level is about 70%. We'll look at our camera right here at our 12 News studio. It's outside on the tower, and we're looking northward on I-10. Looks like traffic's going along pretty smoothly. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing. And once again, just partly cloudy skies on our Roofing 911 live skycam network, and not expecting too much of a shower or a thunderstorm to pop up until maybe the heat of the day as we get into the middle part of the afternoon. And at this point, it looks like more likely just a shower than we would kind of a thunderstorm. We have some moisture out there. Well, not the high levels that we saw earlier this week, around Monday and last week. We had those high levels of moisture. And we'll switch over to southwest Louisiana, and you can see partly cloudy skies over towards the port of Lake Charles. As we look at our camera, looking down towards Lake Charles itself. It's that water in the background there. Looks like a pretty quiet day over in Lake Charles so far. And they're expecting to see about the same as we are here, about a 20-30% coverage of a couple of showers towards southwest Louisiana. The farther east you go, the better chances for a rain. Southeastern U.S. looks like they're going to get possibly some showers and thunderstorms for later on this afternoon. All that deep moisture we've been having is headed that direction, while we see things thin out a little bit. And we'll take one last look here at the camera over at the Horseman's Western Store in Orange for you folks watching the stream from Orange this morning. Temperatures there in the upper 80s on our Roofing 911 live sky cam network. If you look at that humidity, 74%. So it is up there a ways. At least the traffic's going smoothly through Orange, through that construction there, and we're just showing some partly cloudy skies. All right, let's take a look at some temperatures across the area. Officially in Orange, we're showing 92. I think that number is a little warm. I think the thermometer there in Orange is a little bit on the warm side. Hopefully they'll get around to calibrating that sometime soon, because it's been typically, gosh, about 5 degrees warmer than everywhere else. And if you live in Orange, you'll probably notice that. So hopefully the Weather Service will take a look at that and see if they can get that corrected. 86 right now in Beaumont, 87 in Port Arthur, 86 in Silsbee, Woodville, Kirbyville, currently showing temperatures in the lower 80s at about 83. And you head up into the lakes there, Jasper, currently showing a temperature about 84 here at the 10 o'clock hour. As far as radar is concerned, we're not really showing anything. You can see a few little lightning strikes here, a little bit of a thunderstorm, northwestern corner of Hardin County. Tiny little thunderstorm. You can't even see it really on the map. Let me put this into motion, and you can watch down towards the Gulf. You can see a couple of these showers kind of popping up. Have they been this morning, and they kind of drift in from the Gulf of Mexico. Not much there, just little bitty showers that are popping up, and we'll kind of see that through the afternoon. Maybe a little bit more development inland as we go towards the heat of the day. But a little shower here, a little bit of a thunderstorm here or there, but they won't last long, and they won't be very big, so we don't have to worry about too much in the way of rain for today. They have been dealing with some rain and thunderstorms up in Oklahoma, Arkansas for this morning. Out ahead of this cold front, we had some disturbances along that front, pushed some showers and thunderstorms through parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas. And then you can see the scattered variety of some showers here across southeast Texas, not only here, but as you head over towards Houston and a little bit west of there as well. Seeing a few showers here and there, but not much rain popping up, just a few showers popping up here and there. As we look across the country, Rocky Mountains all the way west coast, nothing going on. It is very quiet. Maybe a few showers kind of drifting into parts of the Dakotas for this morning. You can see area low pressure kind of spinning up towards, say, just around the St. Louis area. That's bringing some showers in through Nebraska, South Dakota, and they're seeing some scattered rain through the Great Lakes for this morning. East Coast is pretty quiet, not much going on right now, but the storm system is going to be pushing that way. So places like maybe New York State, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania can see a few showers already, but some of that activity going up into New England as we head towards the next few days. For us, pretty quiet right now. You can see some of that moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, expecting an active afternoon through places like Alabama and Georgia, where they're going to see kind of a variety of some scattered showers and thunderstorms there. All right, let's look at our futurecast. It shows a few showers popping up during the afternoon, maybe overdoing it a little bit on futurecast. Like I said, we'll take about 30% chance of some scattered rain here or there as we get up into the lower 90s. So a few isolated showers here and there, not a big deal for today. Things should quiet down as we head towards your evening. Expect to see temperatures back down into the 80s as we get into the evening. We'll stay in the 80s throughout the evening. By 10 o'clock, we'll be right around 80 degrees with partly cloudy and mostly clear skies. Overnight, we're expecting mostly clear, maybe a few clouds around here and there. As we head towards tomorrow, once again, we'll see maybe a little bit of a flare-up of a few showers and thunderstorms. Expecting highs right there around 90 degrees. And you can see on Futurecast maybe a couple of showers here and there for tomorrow. Won't be a big coverage there, 20–30%. That's about it. All right, let's take a look at the tropics. Gulf of Mexico is quiet. There is some activity down here in the southern Gulf. Nothing tropical, but it is a cluster of some rain and thunderstorms in the Bay of Campeche. There are a few little flare-ups into the Caribbean, but nothing that, like I said, the Hurricane Center is watching. Looks like the next 7 to 10 days in the tropics look very quiet. I don't think we have to worry about anything. Not the case for the Pacific side. This is Hurricane Eric. Hurricane Eric is developed and probably going to be reaching the southern end of Mexico there as we head through the next few days. So we've already been seeing some storms out in the Pacific. This is Eric, so that's what, A, B, C, D, E. It's the 5th storm, named storm, already this year in the Pacific. Pacific hurricane season starts a little bit earlier and in May than the Atlantic hurricane season. But like I said, for us, very quiet. But this storm down in southern Mexico, so if you had plans down in southern parts of Mexico, you might want to call ahead as this storm's moving slowly towards the coast of Mexico over the next day or two. But besides that, not much going on. At least here in the Gulf of Mexico, we're very quiet. Our coastal marine forecast for today, a south wind at 10 to 20 knots, seas anywhere from about 2 to 3 feet. You can see right now winds out there off Texas Point, south winds at 13. We've been seeing some gusts around 20. Water temperature 86 in the Gulf, so it's very warm. High tide, we had one right here at the top of the hour, 9:59. Then we'll see another one late tonight at 10:35. Our sunrise was at 6:15 this morning. Our sunset's at 8:20 for this evening. Generally just partly cloudy skies. Might see an isolated shower along the coast, and we'll see a light chop on the inland lakes and bays. So our forecast for today, partly cloudy, 30% coverage, maybe a few showers here or there. Temperatures right around 90 degrees. We'll see south winds between about 5 and 10 miles per hour. And then for tonight, mostly clear skies. Really no rain expected through the overnight except for maybe a couple isolated showers, kind of like this morning in the Gulf, maybe right along the coast. That's about it. We're looking at temperatures anywhere from lower 70s possible, north end of, say, Jasper, Newton County, 73, 72 towards Burkeville, and then places like Jasper, Newton, Kirbyville, 73, maybe 74 in the morning. We warm up as we get a little bit closer to the coast, expecting to see highs in the upper, or lows in the upper 70s. Places like, say, Winnie, Sabine Pass, LaBelle, and then for the most part 75 to about 77 for inland southeast Texas and around the triangle here, expecting lows 77, 78. All right, our 7-day forecast keeps those rain chances between 20 and 30% as we go through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So each day there will be something out there. It's just going to be very few of them and very far between. So not going to be a lot of activity there. And that should allow temperatures to get up into the 90s each day. We'll go from 90 to about 92 in the afternoon, and won't be a lot of activity here and there. Then as we go towards Monday and Tuesday, things change a little bit. We'll get a little bit more moisture into the atmosphere. We'll go about a 40% chance of rain for Monday, and then a 40% chance of rain on Tuesday. Now that's going to be more in the way of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Still not going to be a repeat of what we saw Monday with all that rain coming down, but it will be a little bit more wet than what we see through the weekend as far as these isolated showers. It'll be a little bit more wet here and there. As we take a look right now, there's not much going on. Let's go back to the radar real quick, and we can kind of see what we see. Anything popping up here. Like I said, we've been seeing a few isolated showers here and there, and not much. A couple of little lightning strikes here and there in Hardin County, northwestern Hardin County, and we'll put that radar once again into motion, and you can see a little bit of shower activity here and there coming off the Gulf. That is about it. Not much at all as we go through this rest of this morning and going into this afternoon. We'll go back to some of our sky cams, and you can see the clouds building a little bit, kind of what they did yesterday. We start off with some mostly clear skies, then we start to see these clouds build a little bit during the late morning, afternoon, and then eventually turns into a couple isolated showers. Here's Port Arthur, just partly cloudy. You can see a lot of blue sky mixed with a few clouds there. This camera brought to you by Market Basket, and not much going on there. Once again, that phone number we showed you earlier, you can text that. Like I said, we'll take a look at the phone every once in a while, and even though we're not streaming, I just check the phone, and nobody's sending any questions. But if you do have a question, send it on in, text it on in, and we'll look at the phone, like I said, from time to time. If it's not me, it's either Patrick or it's Carrie, and we'll text you back, let you know what you can expect for maybe an event you're having, or just in general want to know about weather. Maybe you're heading over to Houston, a doctor's appointment or something like that, and you want to know what the weather's going to be doing. We can help you out there. If you text us a question, we can answer that on that phone. But once again, here's a look up towards Jasper. I don't think we saw this earlier. Brought to you by Provalis on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. But appreciate you watching the stream for this morning. We do it every morning right around 10. We go to about 10.